So we've had a nice sort of overview and a very good programmatic understanding of your work. Now let's drill down into a specific project, David. So if you could take us through one example of a good regional project underway, the ZTK. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As I said, my name is David Phiri. I'm coming from the Office for Promoting Private Power Investment. It's a unit under the Ministry of Energy and Water Development in Zambia. I'm here to make this presentation on the Zambia-Tanzania Power Interconnector Project, opportunities for CBN to invest in new power markets. That's the outline. We have the objective of the ZTK Power Interconnector Project, the ZTK line. In background, I'm going to give you background, project key features, financial options and revenue, the support that we have had from the European Development Fund under the EU, the delivered assistance that we have had over the years, the current status, the time frames, the power trading, how we anticipate to do the trading, principal contractual agreements that will be entered into upon commissioning the project. Then I'll brief you on the complementary market study which is being undertaken right now, and then potential projects that are within Zambia that can be up for financing. The objectives of the ZTK Power Interconnector project are to increase the power interconnection across Africa. This actually is a NEPAD objective to extend power pooling, and this extended power pooling actually will enhance security and reliability of electricity supplies throughout Africa. And consequently, we hope to link with the Pan-Arab interconnector via the Ethiopia-Egypt interconnector. So basically, we will have more a huge quantum of electricity flow. Secondly, to encourage investment in new generation by linking generating companies with customers through provision of power transmission capacity. This basically is going to extend the power market. And just a brief, we have about some projects that are in the pipeline. This is specifically for Zambia and Zimbabwe and Congo. We have the talk about this 240 megawatts, 1,000 megawatts Devil's Gorge. We have 543 megawatts in Pata Gorge, 1,180 megawatts for Akula and Botuta. All these projects have not yet been financed, but they are being prepared as we speak right now. So these will be the position to feed into the ZTK. The other objective is to enhance electricity trade and foster economic development. As we have seen of late, economies have gone down because of the power deficit within the southern part of Africa and parts of East Africa. So with this one, we will be able to so this is the ZTK as it looks. We are emanating from Kabwe, passing through Pensulo, and then into Tanzania. Through the backbone of Tanzania, we are entering into Kenya. So basically, this is how the ZTK looks like. The background of the ZTK. The interconnector was originally conceived by Zambia and Tanzania in the 1960s as a bilateral project. So it has been a long time ago here. And then Kenya joined in 2001. Thereupon, the tripartite intergovernmental memorandum of understanding was signed in 2003. With this TIJMOU, feasibility studies were done from 2002 to 2004 for all the sections. I'll give you a proof of the sections that I involved for all the sections, but an update was made on the Isinya and Mbeya section in 2012-2013. Isinya and Mbeya is basically in Tanzania. In 2006, we procured a transaction advisor who was to provide financial, legal, and technical advisory services, together with the preparation of the project information memorandum. However, in 2014, a framework agreement and a new TIJMOU, that's the tripartite intergovernmental memorandum, was signed, which supersedes previous agreements with the following key features. The key features: the three governments now prioritize this project. The three governments opted to develop the interconnector as a public sector project, and that each country shall finance, build, own and operate the transmission infrastructure within its boundaries. And the procurement shall be done by individual countries, since they are developing within their borders, so procurement will be done according to their procedures in that respective country. And each country to establish a project management unit to coordinate the development of the project within its borders. And the PMU in Zambia was entrusted with overall coordination, and this is being done by the Office for Promoting Private Power Investment. Secondly, the three governments shall establish appropriate mechanisms for coordinating interconnector operation and power trading post-commissioning of the project. Upon commissioning, that's when we'll be in a position to come up with these mechanisms. And to this effect, a complementary market study is being done right now. I will brief you about the complementary study. The financing options that are being considered right now, the three governments are going to mobilize both internal and external resources necessary for project financing. They are thinking of going by multilateral financing institutions where they will be able to get long-term concessionary financing. On the other hand, they have an option of going for commercial loans at affordable interest rates. Because looking at how big and how much money will be involved, the governments will want to be more comfortable with the long-term concessionary financing. But on the other hand, commercial loans, if available, the government. That is to bridge the financing gap that will be there if at all concessionary financing fails. The governments are to provide the necessary guarantees and counterpart funding. The viability of the project depends on the charges for the use of the interconnector. Basically, there will be power transfer, and we are going to have a telecommunication fiber running on top of the line. So that is where the revenue will be coming as well. We've had support from the European Development Fund for project preparatory activities. This was organized by COMESA, ESC and SADC. We are putting NEPAD for SADC. These are the people that actually, under the Regional Integration Support Program, secured 4.4 million euro from the EU's 10th EGF. And that's the money that has been used to prepare this project since. An implementation agreement was signed between COMESA. COMESA was representing the other parties, ESC and SADC. An implementation agreement was signed with COMESA and Ministry of Energy and Development in 2011. This ministry is in Zambia, the Zambian ministry. This support that we got from the European EGF is actually coming to an end this December 2016. And we hope to continue the relationships that we have had with NEPAD. We are very sure and optimistic that this project is still going on despite the 2016 December deadline. The OPP has been has been monitoring and coordinating the project on behalf of the three countries since 2001. NEPAD assistance, as I earlier mentioned, the implementation agreement was signed between EU, SADC, ESC, and this expires in 2016. NEPAD has been a partner in mobilizing this fund, and NEPAD is still a partner in mobilizing funds for construction. Just as we are sitting in here, NEPAD facilitated for us to come here and make this presentation. This is the Zambia Kenya interconnector. Maybe we can just go backwards a bit. Backward, just move backward. Just to emphasize one thing, we can see some green lines and blue lines. The green lines, these are lines that have already been constructed. The Zambian backbone has been done from Iringa to Singida, and the Zambian utility, ZESCO, has done from Kabwe to Kasama. But when we look at this line, the transfer capacity is low. So therefore, we are doing the studies to do another line parallel to the Kabwe, Kasama to there, a parallel line. I'll give you a full update on this one. We are starting with the Kabwe Pensulu. As I earlier said, this is a 330 kV line, a single circuit. As I said, the capacity is very little. So we are thinking of doing another line. So Kasama Pensulu, which is the line from there, Peninsula to Kasama. This is a 30 kV line as well. It has been constructed and was commissioned by the Republican President, His Excellency Mr. Chabolungu, in December last year. Then for the Kasama Akonde, this was already prepared, the documents and everything. The estimated cost is $200 million. Then for the Tunduma Mbeya, this one, as I said, it is part of the feasibility study that we are going to do an extra line running from Kabul to Mbeya. It's expected to be completed in 2016. The feasibility study is expected to be completed in 2016. Then the Mbeya Iringa is about 282 kilometers. So we changed to 400 kV. As we have seen, the Zambian side is 330. As we go up, it becomes a 400 kV. So feasibility study has been completed, was completed in 2012. World Bank and AFD have expressed interest in financing this one. The estimated cost was at $110 million US. For the Iringa Sindida, it was financed by the World Bank, JICA, AFDB, and EIB. It's to be completed in 2018. The Sindida Namanga stretch is 414 kilometers, 400 kV. Construction was planned to commence in March 2016. It's financed by AFDB and JICA with a cost of $91 million US, and construction is to be completed in 2017. The Namanga Iringa, we're getting into Kenya now. The Namanga Iringa is about 26 kilometers, 400 kV. Construction to start in March 2016. It was planned to start in March 2016. We financed by FGB and the government of Kenya at $50 million US and supposed to be completed in 2018. I left out that portion on top there because that's where much of the cost of this project is coming in. The SAPP/EAP interface. We are trying to separate the two so that whatever faults are on one side should not be propagated to the other one. So we have two options here to get that interface. Either we do HVDC back to back. I'm sure some people with background in engineering understand that. It's supposed to be costed at $520 million US. Then the other one is a flexible alternating currency transfer. This one is going to be about $10 million US. So we are going to look at which one works out better for us and then see which costs less. That is the Kabwe Mbeya, which is under feasibility study and supposed to be commissioned by 2019. This is the draft report has been submitted for that stretch, and the final report is supposed to be done at the Kabwe power station, substation, which was commissioned by the President of the Republic of Zambia. Okay, these are time frames. Meeting of officials from the participating countries supposed to be in May 2016. It's happening right now as we are speaking. My superiors are in Tanzania. They are meeting the entire the member countries of this project. They are making those decisions concerning the GC back-to-back and all that. Then letters to potential lenders, debt financing and potential EPC contractors. These letters have been